for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremations since 1975. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Wanda Carol Barber, age 55 of Harpersville, died February the 14th. Visitation will be tonight at the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis and Son Funeral Home from 5 until 8 p.m. Funeral service on Saturday at the Childersburg Chapel of Curtis and Son Funeral Home at 1 p.m. Burial in the Ray Cemetery in Wilsonville, Alabama. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Funeral service for Nell Mims Clifton, age 93, is today at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Reverend John Limbaugh officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery at Sylacauga. Mrs. Clifton died February the 13th in Brandon, Mississippi at Brookdale Senior Living Community. Visitation today prior to the service, noon until 2 p.m. at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Peggy Rogers, age 78 of Pelham, is today at 9:30 a.m. at River Chase Church of Christ in Hoover, with Minister Dwayne Spivey officiating. Burial in the Alabama National Cemetery in Montevallo. Mrs. Rogers died February 13th at her residence. Visitation this morning, 8:30 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. at River Chase Church of Christ in Hoover. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Carrie L. Nolan Brown, age 74, is Saturday at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Pastor Bruni Mitchell and the Reverend Kenneth Ragland officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mrs. Brown died February the 9th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Visitation is tonight from 6 until 8 at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga directing. Mr. Nelson Naviz, age 61, died yesterday at Coosa Valley Coosa Valley Nursing Home. Arrangements will be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. And Mrs. Betty Culver, age 75 of Sylacauga, died at Shelby Baptist Medical Center on Thursday. Radley Smith Funeral Home announcing. Judith A. Glenn, age 56, died February the 15th. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary at Talladega directing. Funeral service for Zanaya Gooden, age 16, is Saturday at 2 o'clock from DeForest Chapel on the campus of Talladega College, with Pastor Richard H. Fair officiating. Interment in the Pine Grove Baptist Church Cemetery. Miss Gooden died February the 9th at Children's Hospital in Birmingham. Anniston Funeral Service directing. Graveside service for Mr. Jason J.J. M. Trimble, age 39 of Alexander City, is Saturday at 11 a.m. from Hillview Memorial Park. The Reverend Wayne Cowhick officiating. The family receiving friends this afternoon, 4:30 until 8 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. Mr. Trimble died Thursday, February 15th at UAB Palliative Care. In lieu of flowers, a family request contribution be made to the Alabama Wildlife Federation or to UAB Center for Palliative Care in Birmingham. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries, presentation of Curtis and Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.